Yes everyone, thanks for tuning into another video. It's a pleasure as always. Before I get into it, if you get any value from the video, please like and subscribe. And if you've got any thoughts, comments, ideas you'd like me to explore in future videos, please leave down below. And let's get into the video. So in today's video, I wanted to explore the idea or the belief of how your breath can affect your mental state and therefore have a big impact on your mental health. So I'm not saying that if you breathe correctly, then all of a sudden it's going to cure depression or bipolar or anxiety, even though when it comes to anxiety, it can make a very big difference. But I truly believe that it's a tool you can utilize in order to benefit your mental health. And there's a reason for this. Now, there's a few really interesting books on the subject of breath that have come out recently. Breath by James Nestor, which I'm going to quote something from in this video. There's another really good book called The Breathing Cure, which is a little bit more scientific and more aimed at how to cure specific issues, such as asthma and diabetes, using your breath. But today I specifically wanted to focus on the mental health aspect. So I just wanted to sort of read a quick section or segment from this book and then sort of go into it in a little bit of further detail, and hopefully this will give you some food for thought in how breathing in a correct, controlled manner can really have a very big contribution towards your mental health. So, breathing is an autonomic function we can consciously control. While we can't simply decide when to slow or speed up our heart or digestion, or to move blood from one organ to another, we can choose how and when to breathe. Willing ourselves to breathe slowly will open up communication along the vagal network and relax us into a parasympathetic state. Breathing really fast and heavy on purpose flips the vagal response the other way, shoving us into a stress state. It teaches us to consciously access the autonomic nervous system and control it, to turn on heavy stress specifically so that we can turn it off and spend the rest of our days and nights relaxing and restoring, feeding and breathing. So, if that didn't make any sense, essentially what it's saying is if you breathe at different tempos, this can sort of release different responses in our nervous system. So, even though breathing is such an important aspect of our life, probably the most important, very rarely do we really focus on our breathing and focus on the speed of our breathing. Typically, most people are breathing quickly in a motion like this. Not breathing deeply. Their breath is sped up and they're breathing shallow. Now, what that does is that sends a message to your nervous system, to your sympathetic nervous system, that shit's about to go down. And that can contribute to us being in a flight, fight, or freeze response. And that therefore contributes to us releasing more stress hormones such as cortisol. So by breathing in this way, what we do is we put ourselves into a constant state of stress all the time subconsciously, releasing more stress hormones, which of course throws us more out of balance, which then contributes to our mental health not being very optimal. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. It's sort of a chain reaction of events. Now, if you focus on breathing really slowly and deeply, then that triggers your rest and digest, and hopefully that will start to just bring your energy down a little bit, and from more an anxiety perspective rather than depression, definitely really help. I've just wrote another couple of notes here. Some people may argue that depression is a symptom of the way that you're living your life, such as, well, I would argue this personally, such as if you're eating shit, if you're not exercising, if you're not going outside, if your breathing isn't optimal, then depression is going to be a symptom because your body's not working in equilibrium. You're not giving yourself the vital energy that you need. And when you learn to control all these aspects, then it can sort of contribute to you feeling more positive. It's just another tool to utilize. I've spoken about this in other videos, but I just wanted to make a really quick, short video going a little bit more in depth. and explaining why. So essentially, when you breathe shallow and in a quick manner, it's a really loud helicopter going past, I hope it doesn't sound too loud in the video, it sends a signal to your nervous system that you're in a stressful position, which will therefore release stress hormones, and when you're constantly doing that, obviously it's going to throw your body out of whack. By slowing down your breathing, you're sending the signal to your nervous system to rest and digest and be calm. A quote I'm going to leave you with is, the ancient yogis used to say, control your breath and you can control your mind. So I really like that one. As time goes on, you know, it's quite apparent that our breathing is becoming more of an issue. If you read these books, and also if you kind of look around, it's kind of clear. And is it a coincidence that as our breathing is getting poorer and our breathing patterns are becoming less optimal, that depression and other mental health issues are on a steep rise? Well, I'll leave you to be the judge of that. Anyway, I hope that video was of some value, and like I said, like and subscribe if you thought it was. Any thoughts or comments, please leave down below. I'll see you in the next video. Have a cracking day. Peace.